So today we'll discuss regarding what is the use of Python and why we required Python other than other softwares. So why the people are giving more preference to Python. So nowadays, when you go through on different softwares, so everyone is looking for Python only. So why Python is more important? And Python is also like other programming languages. It was started in 1990s like that only. Not it was started recently, but recently it was popular. Earlier, so everyone may discuss regarding either C, C++, Java like that only. But now everyone is looking for Python. Then after other. Okay. So today we'll discuss why the people are looking for Python. So is there any specialities there? So these things we'll discuss. So Python is a programming language which is, we can say that, object oriented. Python is an object oriented programming language like Java. So Java is also an object oriented programming, and Python is also an object oriented programming. When it comes to Java, it was implemented in 1990s and it was popular in 1990s. So now is also it was popular. And Python is also popular language. It also comes under object oriented programming. And nowadays, when compared with Java, more people are concentrating on Python. The reasons are it is simple and easy to learn. So when you want to learn Java programming, then you must and should having some fundamental knowledge on object oriented technology. And you people should learn the rules and regulations to learn Java programming. But when it comes to Python, it is very easy to learn, and whatever the language they are using, it is very easy, like an English language. So here they are not concentrating on more technical terms. They are not concentrating on more technical terms. So that's the reason the people are looking for Python. And next one is it is portable and extensible. So when it comes to portable, nowadays every programming language is portable only. So means so there is no special on Python. Every programming language is portable. Portable means you can easily carry from one place to another place. Means, for example, when the people wrote a program, so when the people wrote the program and they wrote the program in a particular system. For example, I can say that the person who wrote the program on Pentium 3 processor. Okay, and now they wants to execute the same program in Pentium 7 processor or else some other type of processor. So you can able to do that one. So irrespective of processor, you can execute the program anywhere, anytime. So that's why we said that it is portable. And next one is extensible. Extensible in the sense Python allows cross language performance. So the means cross language means when you people implemented one application in other programming language like C or C++ or Java, and now you people wants to go with extension of that application in Python. So earlier, assume it, the application is having some 4 or 5 modules. So earlier already we implemented some two modules on Python, sorry, on Java. Now I want to shift to Python. You can easily shift it. You can easily shift it. So the thing is, it supports extensible. It supports extensible. And next one is, we can go with web development also. So when you people are working with Java, so here we don't have any web development. So some other tools are there, frameworks are there, like JSP, servlets, like that. We are having some frameworks. So you need to learn and you can implement the applications using so either JSP or servlets. But in Python, we're having different types of frameworks which is implemented in Python itself. And these frameworks will help you to develop the websites. The complete website can be developed using Python. So we're having different types of frameworks to implement web applications. And among these, the most popular frameworks are Django, Flask, Pylons. These are the famous frameworks. These are the famous frameworks. The maximum people are using Django to implement web applications. When compared with other frameworks, Django is giving the more preference. And then next preference is Flask. The next preference is Flask. So after Django, the people are giving preference to Flask only. And these two are the most popular web frameworks which help you to implement web application. And these frameworks are written in Python itself. So when these frameworks are written in Python, then it makes the execution of the code will be very faster and stable. So, and to retrieve the data, to process the information, everything will be complete in a given stipulated time. So you no need to bother regarding the execution and these all things and version compatibility or else a process or sorry system compatibility. These all things you don't need to bother. So you can execute it. If the Python is executed, then the framework also will execute properly. So you don't need to bother regarding these things. And next one is, the Python will help you to implement artificial intelligence and machine learning applications. So nowadays everyone is looking for AI applications. Okay, so the world is looking for artificial intelligence and machine learning. And these artificial intelligence and machine learning applications can be implemented through Python. So when you people when you people wants to implement any AI application, that can be done using Python itself. So these Python applications will plays the main role in AI. Okay, and next one is web testing. Already you people know that every application required testing. So when the people implemented any application, whatever it may be a normal application or web application, so whatever it may be. So before launching or before deployment, the must and should be test the application. They must and shouldly test the application. Earlier, the people are using testing tools, different types of testing tools. Okay, different types of testing tools, and these testing tools will help you to test your application whether it is working properly or not. But we have the most popular tool is Selenium. The Selenium will help you to work with web testing. Means when you people wants to test the web application whether it is properly working or not, with the help of Selenium tool will do. And earlier the people are using Java with Selenium. When you people wants to test a web application, Java with Selenium are using. But now the people are looking for Python with Selenium. So Python with Selenium will help you to test the web application whether it is working properly or not. And next one is data science. So when you people wants to work with any data, so processing the data, and when you people wants to visualize the data, so when you people wants to predict the data, so then data science will help you. And for this data science, whatever the libraries required, these all libraries are implemented in Python. So for example, there is a library called NumPy is there. So NumPy is a library which works for mathematical operations. So whatever the mathematical operations you require and you implement, so with the help of NumPy, will do that one. And this NumPy was implemented in Python. Similarly, Pandas is there. So when you people wants to execute some algorithms related to data science, and when you people wants to retrieve the data from different types of files, then with the help of Pandas, will process it. So data science is nothing but we are working with data, and that data is available in different sources, like in Excel file, or else in a database, or else in a text file, or else somewhere else. Okay, so wherever it may be, when you people wants to access the data, then you require Pandas. That Pandas library is implemented in Python itself. And sometimes you people may require to visualize the data. So whatever the data you have, you need to visualize it. So to visualize the data in Python, we people are using the libraries called matplotlib and seaborn. These libraries will help you to visualize the information whatever you process. So whatever the information you processed, that can be visualized using matplotlib and seaborn. So these also implemented in Python itself. So that's why, so for data science also will work with Python. Next, for computer graphics. So when you people require to implement a graphical user interface, when you people require to implement a graphical user interface, that also can be done using Python. There is a library called Tinter, 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 K silent. So this Tinter library will help you to implement graphical user interface applications. So, and when we'll use this one is when you people wants to implement a standalone application. So generally, we can categorize the applications in different types. So among that one, like a web application is there and standalone application is there. So these two types of applications maximum will use it. Standalone application is nothing but which works on a single system, and web application is having client server technology. So this Tinker library will help you to implement a standalone application, means a graphical user interface application that can be done using Tinker module. And you may work with games also. There is a library called Pygame, so which is used to implement some games. Okay, the gaming also can be done through Python. And not only that one, so when you people wants to implement a networking applications, so networking applications, so we're having different types of protocols are there. So in networking, we may get different types of protocols. And these protocols, earlier, the people are using C programming or Java to implement such type of network programming. But with the help of Python also, you can implement network programming. So the maximum people are shifted to Python to work with network programming. And the persons were having good knowledge on Python, and along with any one technology like artificial intelligence or data science, uh, or else web application Django are getting the high salaries when compared with other technologies. So these are the reasons so to learn Python. And like other softwares, Python is having different versions. So the first version is Python 1.0, which is implemented in January 1994. So the first version was implemented in 1994, but maximum people are not using Python. No one knows. So what's the Python? Why we people are using these all things? So no one knows. So why? Because it's a normal programming, and some particular purpose only they used the program. Okay. So everyone is concentrated on C, C++, Java, these all things. Okay. They didn't concentrate on Python. And even that was not popular at that days. Okay. And later version 2.0 was released. After 6 years, version 2.0 is released in the October 22, 2000. And version 2.0 was also not popular, so again it was stipulated to a particular technology, particular people only very less people are using. Okay. And then version 3.0, after 8 years version 3.0 was released. And once when it is released 3.0, it was most popular, so they converted into open source. They converted into open source, and lot of people concentrated to work with Python. Why? Because it is open source, and there is a lot of chances are there to implement libraries which helps to them. For example, one chemical engineer is there, so he wants to implement an application so to work with the computers. So then with the help of Python, they can implement their own library and they can use that one. When civil engineer wants to work with computerize their task, they can do. When mechanical engineer wants to computerize the task, they can do with the help of Python. So these all different people are tried to work with Python with they implemented their own libraries. And even for EC graduates or like that, for example, I want to work with IoT, that can be done with the help of Python only. So Raspberry Pi is there. So Raspberry Pi programming is implemented through Python only. Okay, so everywhere we are using Python. So if the person is having knowledge in Python, they can extend their knowledge based on their domain. So when ECE graduate, when he wants to go with IoT, he can enter into IoT with the help of the knowledge of Python. Directly they can write the program related to IoT with the help of the libraries related to that one. So like that we people are using. And keep in mind that the Python may having different versions. Okay, different versions will be there. So for example, I will show the latest version what we are having right now. So when you people wants to work with Python or download the Python, so using the website python.org, you can download it. So in python.org, downloads option is there. The latest version of downloads is Python 3.12.1. This is the latest version. But you are not supposed to download this version. Why? Because Python is alone is no one will going to use. Only Python no one is using. When the person wants to work with web application, they will use Python with Django. When the person wants to test the web testing, they will use Python with Selenium. When the person wants to work with data science, they will use data science related libraries with Python. So means Python is dependent. So whatever the libraries you are using for your purpose, first you should know on which version that particular library was implemented. If it is implemented on Python version 3.7, then you must surely work with 3.7. For example, I'm going to use pandas library and I'm having some functions related to pandas library. I need to work with pandas. Then you must surely install the Python, but you're not supposed to install or download the latest version. First, you should know which version of pandas you are using and on which Python version it was implemented. First, you should know. So, for example, it was implemented in Python 3.8. Then, first you download Python 3.8, then download the respective pandas library. So some people are downloading latest versions and they're getting a lot of confusion and the applications also may not work. Why? Because the version of Python will depend on the version of library which you are using. So first you should know so on which Python version that particular library was implemented. Then after identifying that one, the compatible Python you're supposed to download and you're supposed to use it. So this is related to Python versions and we can install the Python by downloading from the website python.org. So from the website python.org you can download it and you can use it. So I said that you are not supposed to go with latest version. Then just go with the Windows or Mac OS whatever you are having. Just click on that one and we can find the list of versions. All the versions you can find here and whichever the version you require, just download it and use that one. Okay. So this is related to today's class. So in this class we discussed regarding so the uses of Python and which version you're supposed to use it and how to download it one. Okay. So if you have any doubts